Hey, world of the quarantines. This is Kate, your playfully fierce dietitian. I'm on day 9 of my social distancing. And I actually brushed my hair today just so I could make this video for you. But basically, big news, important news, I think. I really wanted to pump out a video quickly, and this is even slower than I wanted, because I do feel like we're in a time crunch. So I'm sorry this is not the best quality video ever, but I do think it's really important. So in the press conference on March 24th, Governor DeWine states that the current projected curve for Ohio is that it's going to peak at its highest point around May 1st. So, which means, first of all, the shelter in probably isn't going anywhere anytime real soon, since their goal is to, here we go, like flatten the curve. There we go. That's the goal here. Flatten the curve. So loosening the lockdowns could risk pushing up our numbers faster than what our hospitals can handle, as we're starting to see that happen in other places. But what it means for me as a dietitian and lifestyle coach is that we've got about 1 month to really try to help bolster people's immune systems and help build up a healthy resilience in case they do get infected. I keep hearing the phrase, it's not if, it's when. So I want to get on this now and help you get there too. So DeWine and others have continually called this a war with the coronavirus, the invader. And it is. So we'll kind of stick with that analogy. Really, in just a few months, COVID-19 deaths have risen and actually are matching the death rates for influenza, which I will admit I did not anticipate. But roughly 1,000 people are dying each day from each of these now. And actually, yesterday I read, I think it was the WHO or Johns Hopkins, that COVID actually claimed over 2,300 lives. And that's predicted to keep climbing as it swells here in the US. We see it in New York, Italy. The flu had a head start, but it's kind of steady. So what you can do, if you want, again, we'll stick with this war analogy just because it kind of gives you a visual. So step 1, avoid battle. Stay away from the front lines unless you are, trained to be there, then God bless you, we love you. But this is where we're getting that social distancing, working from home, is just try to avoid getting that risk of spread to begin with. Step 2, if it is within your vicinity, kill it early. Wash your hands, use sanitizers on countertops, wash clothes, all that good hygiene, wearing the masks, those kind of things. Step 3, if it gets past that defense, you're now relying on your inner defense system, your gut, your digestion, your immune system, your body. And so that's what I want to focus on today. Your body can kill off things, but we get symptoms. That's kind of, fevers and nausea and headaches, whatever's going on in your body, that's usually your body's immune system responding. So I've had a lot of people asking me about like elderberry and Advil and cytokine storms and what is all of that. That's another video. That's a lot. I have been researching that fairly intensely. But the general simple answer here is we want to reduce inflammation in your body. Unfortunately, the way Advil and elderberry do that might not always be the best way. Again, complex other video. What we can do are look at other things to reduce inflammation in your body, to boost your immune system, increase the chance that you can prevent getting sick, and help minimize the severity of the symptoms if you do get sick. So inflammation is at the root of so many issues. Respiratory failure is no exception. So COVID-19 is an acute respiratory distress syndrome, much like SARS, MERS, all those things. And that's why ventilators have been in need. People cannot breathe as the lungs swell up. So to kind of explain that and where inflammation's role in that is, if you think of your lungs like upside down trees, kind of you breathe in through mouth or nose, either way, but it comes down and then it's going to branch out through your lungs like leaves of a tree. I guess it could be the roots. I'm going with an upside down tree. So oxygen, as you breathe in, moves into these ever smaller branching pathways till it gets to, let's say, the tips of the leaves, which are there. And there's a thin membrane where now gases can transfer back and forth between your lungs and your blood. So when you breathe in, oxygen goes in, circulates to your body, oxygen does what it needs to do, and then CO2 comes back through this membrane and you breathe out. So what happens with ARDS, ARDS, and inflammation? That membrane swells up and it gets thicker and tighter and denser. So oxygen can't get into the blood as well. CO2 can't get passed out as well. So this is where we start seeing that shortness of breath. People feel like they aren't getting enough oxygen because they aren't. It's coming in their lungs possibly, but it's not getting into the blood. So heart rate might climb, trying to pump that blood faster to get that lower concentration of oxygen moving. Breathing might become rapid and shallow as you're fighting for a little more of that oxygen and you're getting too much CO2 buildup. So that's one way inflammation is making this worse. Additionally, inflammation is already implicated in heart disease and diabetes, two additional underlying factors that really increase fatality risk to those who do contract COVID-19. These are comorbidities that we need to watch out for. So it's another reason to start reducing inflammation now. Now, some inflammation in the body is good. Like, again, the heat of a fever. Your body's trying to kill off an invader. Heat can help. Sometimes swelling is necessary. If you get a scratch and it kind of swells up a little, it's a lot of fluids and things moving there to attack white blood cells. But in this situation, this inflammation is bad. This is too much inflammation and too much buildup. So some of the inflammatory agents that you've heard about are those things like cytokines and interleukins. Again, more complex video. But the idea that I've been researching and what I propose to my mentors and other leading functional dietitians and nutrition researchers, and they're in agreement with this concept. If you reduce the burden of inflammation in your body now, it can help prevent sickness later or lessen the severity. So the way when I ran this by my mentor, I'm like, is this, am I understanding this correctly? So I'm going to read the quote. Here we go. Since COVID-19 infection, just like flu infection, provokes an adverse immune response delivering toxic cytokines to the systemic circulation and target organs, so into the blood and your lungs, a patient following a LEAP anti-inflammatory diet will not be eating things which would exacerbate the symptoms if they're infected, and the symptoms would likely be less severe. Or you can flip the script by saying that LEAP will eliminate added diet-induced inflammation mediators, which worsen the symptoms of viral infection, making them more tolerable. This is a fair and non-misleading claim. So, bottom line, reducing inflammation matters. Diet matters in reducing inflammation and viral infections, according to top nutrition research. But I always go deeper, because I don't feel like we just live in a vacuum of what foods go in our mouths. Other lifestyle factors also contribute to inflammation and chemical stress in the body. So here we go. What can you do about it? That's on my why. I need to know the why. I need to understand. And I want you to understand how important this is too, to deal with your inflammation. So inflammation can be helped with lifestyle. And I will show a little picture that I made, sort of a wheel, and it's got 6 parts to it. And to help kind of kickstart people in the right direction, I want to help give this anti-inflammatory lifestyle kind of a mini course. So I'm going to do like a 7-day course, free for people to jump in on. And each day we'll go over a little mini lesson on what I consider kind of these pillars of foundational health, with little challenges and homework and accountability. First and foremost, mindset. Absolutely. I believe mindset's critical. And we'll start there and what that means, like how you talk to yourself, your discipline, your mood, gratitude, all that stuff. Then get into the nourishment. So again, it's not just the food you put into your body, but it's how well you absorb and assimilate that, and how well your body actually can use that fuel. And do you have food sensitivities? Do you have triggers that are making inflammation worse? Third is physicality. So usually that's sort of exercise, but also just movement. We got a lot of couch potatoes going on in our Netflix and quarantine here. So movement, alignment, posture, sleep, quality and quantity sleep, absolutely important, and stress management. Whatever it is for you to bring cortisol levels down, bring stress down, bring inflammation down. So breathing, meditation, singing, being out in nature, kickboxing, whatever it is. We'll get into that. So all of this is surrounded in what I consider like the ring of accountability and discipline, whether you're being accountable to yourself, to your family, to your coworkers, to your coach, whatever it is, being accountable, being disciplined. All of the information doesn't matter if you cannot make it apply and stick to it consistently. So that's why, again, I'm inviting people to sign up. I'll have a Facebook group going, share your journey, get support, get ideas, and stay accountable. 7 days, see what you can learn in that, and then hopefully perpetuate that on moving forward. So if you want in, drop a comment below or message me at playfullyfiercerd. Share with a friend, invite friends to this. Challenges are always better with a friend and a team. We all can stand to deal with inflammation, boost our immune system, fight this off. Nobody wants to get sick. I'm going to start this on Monday the 30th, roll it out then. If you happen to hear this video after the 30th, that's fine. Message me anyway, click on the link, whatever. We'll get you in, revolving door style. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you, working together to reduce mental, physical, emotional, chemical stress in the body. Stay healthy, stay safe, stay playful, stay fierce, stay aware, and I'll see you guys later.